Hello. Welcome. Happy to be Thursday, everybody. Woo! Raise your hands.
Yeah.
How are y'all feeling today, huh?
I'm a little tired today, but I'm feeling good.
Pep up, hun. How you feeling? How you feeling, Nika?
I'm feeling pepped up.
Oh, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the energy that I need in this room. Okay, pep it up, pep it up, pep it up.
Great.
Well,
Peppa Pig.
Peppa
Yes,
Pig, pep it up.
Pig.
Well, without further ado, let's get started. We're your host.
I'm Frenchie.
I'm Nika.
And I'm Wes.
Oh.
Sorry, I was swallowing a gulp of water. I had to say that. You know, me and French were on the same page. Had to get our water in.
Right.
It's a lot to do a whole hour show with no water. I don't know how people survive this thing. I love y'all.
Oh my God. Love you too.
You see how we're starting with love energy?
Yeah.
That's all what it's about.
Friend.
April showers, May flowers, right? So we watered with our friends for Spring Into Friends.
We did.
And now with these May, it's growth. Just growth coming.
Yeah.
Right.
You like my metaphors?
Love it. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, without further ado, Nika, what is our word of the day?
And yes, she is a bitch. BICTH. And in that order.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So the word of the day is trip. Now, trip has different meanings because, you know, you can trip and fall. You know, you can go on a trip. So I have trip, to catch the foot against something so as to stumble, to make a mistake or false step, to dance, skip, or caper with light quick steps, to walk with light quick steps, to make a journey, to become operative, skip. So my question for you is, I'm sorry. Skip. Trip. I meant trip.
Oh,
I keep saying skip.
Whole time, I was
I'm like, why
shit.
do I keep saying skip?
Shit, we got a whole new word,
I'm
baby.
so sorry.
Two
I
words in one.
Yeah, I was sitting here like, wow, skip is...
No, it's because
Trip? I didn't know that.
because trip is skip. That's what it was.
Ah.
Yeah, because it says to dance, skip. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
Okay, that's deep.
Skip trip.
Oh,
All right. For
my phone trip.
Oh yeah. So my question was, what would you hate to happen right before you go on a trip?
Before what kind of trip? I feel like you explained kind of like falling and stumbling. So do you mean that?
Like when you're going on like a trip, a journey somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would I hate to happen before I go on a trip? I would hate to check the weather app and see that bad weather is going to be in the place that I'm traveling to. That's the thing I hate most. I hate that.
That's terrible.
You're planning, you're looking at the the weather, you're like, cool, it's gonna be like sunny skies, clear skies, and then like the day before your flight you check it again and it's gonna be rain, cold, terrible.
And especially on one of those like big trips, whenever you have to plan your itinerary like months in advance, you're like, yes, this is amazing. We're gonna go canoeing, we're gonna go skiing, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, everything is fucked because it's raining all weekend. We can't do that. I thought I was gonna get some sunny. You done scheduled a photo shoot for you and the friends, and you're like, what are we gonna do? We planned on being outside, frolicking in the sun. It's not sunny. Where are we going?
Yeah. That would be terrible.
I'd hate identity theft. Never happened in my life, but I just thought that would be the worst thing ever.
Oh wow.
That would be the worst thing ever before a trip. Like,
damn.
oh my God, wouldn't it be terrible?
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about that,
It would be so bad. Like, you could be like, all right, you'd be like, I'm going on this trip tomorrow. And then you'd be like, wait, hold on, my bank account, this is wrong. And
you're gonna have to cancel all your cards.
And you can't, and then you gotta get a new ID, everything.
Dang. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, so I would hate for that to happen before a trip. I mean, I would hate for that to happen in life, but especially before a trip. If I'm going abroad, be like, damn it.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd have to cancel my thing. Like, I would have no choice but to cancel.
I would have to. Hopefully you got protection on your trip.
Okay.
You will not be getting that money back.
Yeah.
No, I'm going on my goddamn trip. I might be like, Mama, Daddy, can I use your credit card for this trip? I'm sorry. Everything is tied up right now.
You understand.
Everything, but I'm going to get you back whenever I get whatever I need to get back. Simple as that. So yes, I would hate for that to happen.
I think I would hate to lose something significant, like an ID or a passport or something that I need, or
I've been there.
or something like that. Or I would hate, I don't know, like if I say it's like a day like before I'm about to leave and I lose like my phone charger and I can't get one until I get to my destination, and maybe it's not for like a day or two or something, so you just don't got no phone. I would hate that.
Right, you can't use the chargers at the airports no more.
Because they will take your identity.
Yes,
That's what they're saying. They're saying if
Just
you
what I said.
use the charging ports at the airport,
they taking your shit.
they're taking your shit.
Give it up.
Flying off with it, baby.
They are. And you know what? That's happened to me before. I've lost my ID before a trip. Not before. I've lost my ID while I was on a trip. So I was able to get to my destination, but I could not get back home. Whenever I tell you, I was so stressed.
So terrible.
Because when you have no form of identification, they will not let you on a plane. So I got all the way to Syracuse, New York. I took a plane and a bus, baby, but I made it there. And I had no ID. Like, I lost my ID in the airport. Like, I left Long Beach. I left Long Beach with an ID and got to Syracuse without one. I don't know where it happened. Like, I got into the Long Beach airport. It must have been as I was like putting my things back. It must have dropped or something. But I lost my ID in the Long Beach airport after I passed security. Did not notice I didn't have an ID until I got to Syracuse.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But thank God it happened at the beginning of my trip.
Yeah.
So, like, I could call my parents and be like, can you please overnight my passport? So that I can have some kind of something.
Yeah.
Thank God I had a passport.
Oh, that too.
Thank God.
Also,
Thank
Some
God.
people don't have a passport. They just have.
Thank God I had a passport.
ID.
Because, woo, Jesus. So, yes.
Hallelujah.
It has happened from one to another. I do not recommend. But I always recommend having two solid forms of identification. Whatever. Even if you're not going nowhere, get a passport. I don't care.
Yeah.
Get
Get
one.
one.
It just helps because then you know where it is and someone can actually get it to you if you really, really, really need it. So.
Definitely.
Exactly. Get you a PP. A passport.
A peeping.
Yes.
Are we ready to get into For the Bird?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Good morning.
Okay, those sound like good morning bird.
Good morning, swallows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're gonna go ahead and start in, the For the Birds segment. And this is the part of the show where we go to Twitter, see what's happening, what's popping, what's going down, and then we talk about it. Okay. So the first thing that I have, the dancing dolls.
Oh, how could I forget them?
We know dancing dolls.
We know
Yes.
dancing dolls, honey.
When you hear dancing dolls, you're like performance,
Yes.
right? Routine.
Dance.
Yeah.
Boom cack,
Boom cack.
right?
J set. Like you're thinking all of those things.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people like to embody the spirit of a dancing doll when they are out in public at the club.
Yeah.
Now, like, I don't want to shame people who full out dance when you're in the club. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Express yourself.
Express
Be
yourself.
you.
Just know that I am looking. I'm just saying I am looking at it though. I'm looking. Okay. So I came across this tweet and it says, I just saw a grown man do full choreo and ended with a backflip between two tables in real life. And then they followed it up with a video
of course,
that included the backflip in question. Now, this person here in the club, this guy,
yes,
really embodied the dancing doll. So he had a whole entire routine.
okay, I see it. Wow,
A whole 8 count. Okay, he was hitting boom cat circles.
he was.
He was
He's hitting
hitting the Chris Brown little spaghetti dances.
He was in the pocket, honey.
Should I say?
Okay.
I probably shouldn't say Chris Brown right now, right?
You can say whatever you want,
I'm like,
honey.
I don't know.
Should I not mention?
I
it
don't
right now?
think it's
I feel like it's what you know. Say what you want. Say what you want.
Sheesh.
Because it gave me very clear. Someone said Chris Brown dances like a 5-year-old, and I have not been able to get it out of my head since then.
when they say they got a routine they want to show you.
I read a tweet, and I was
I
like,
saw that tweet too.
First of all, I think Chris Brown's freestyles are very 5-year-old driven, but I think his dances are very good.
Yeah. So let's just say that this dancing doll here in this club was given freestyle Chris Brown.
Freestyle, yes.
Okay. He was hitting the whoop wop boop bops. He was turning. He even elevated, levitated himself in between two tables to hit like a little Peloton bike cycling move.
Okay. Now, I don't know where he picked that one up from.
I don't know where he picked that up either.
That's original.
Wow.
And then did a full, their shoulder movements.
Yeah.
He is like crumping, right? And hits a full-blown backflip in the club. Now, look, like I said, I'm not shaming people who like to really, really like get their dance on and like hit the step up. Okay, and
it was really giving step up. That's what it was.
It was really giving step up, like,
or maybe a little bit of honey, even.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
It was served.
Yes. Like, I don't mind if that's what you want to do, but I feel like the backflip is where we have to draw the line right there.
Yeah,
dangerous.
A line must be drawn. Well, unless the only time that it's acceptable to do a backflip in the club is if I want to see you backflip.
Okay.
Cartwheel.
Don't be cutting cold nuts.
If Raven
Simone comes on, you hear, don't give me those tired eyes.
You better backflip.
That's your time. That's your time to shine. Now, I've never heard it.
I've never heard it in the club.
In my 28 years of life, I've never heard it in the club. But that doesn't say, that's not to say they don't play it.
Doesn't mean that it can't happen.
It can happen.
Yourself, we never know. That could come on the club airways one of these days.
Come to a TBU party one day, and we will make sure we play that.
You guys won't even be ready. It's gonna be sneakers and backflips.
Put your sneakers on.
Yeah, sneakers and backflips
on.
Yeah,
going dancing all night long.
Wow.
Okay, listen, don't play.
Listen.
We can go forever with this.
Don't get us started. But dance as much as you want to dance in the club, but the backflips, I'm sorry,
you're putting people in danger.
You've got to cut it out. What exactly? You're putting people in danger. This man literally did a backflip in between two little like table booths with people in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He could have easily
kicked one of them.
Backflip to the left or backflip to the right. And somebody would have been gotten a face full of foot.
Would have knocked them out.
Would have knocked them clean out.
All the way.
Definitely.
This was a full backflip. This was not no play backflip.
No. He was serious.
This was serious.
Full out. We're going to put the video on our story so y'all can see it.
Yeah, we got to. We have to put put it on our stories.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to put my the picture of my Dora drawing for y'all too. I'll do that as well. But the next thing that I have for the birds is you're mad because I'm talking about my Dora.
No, I support your Exploradora.
Thank you. I know you do. Because you are the one who gave me
I got you a shirt with it on. Yeah. I wish I would have got myself one as well.
You should have got the one you drew.
I think I probably can go and get this same shirt. Honestly, because I ordered it, so it should still be there.
It probably should, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get one. I'm gonna get us all one. Go mash it one day somewhere.
I cannot
go to Universal with our shirts.
Oh yeah, that'd be the place.
Yep, let's
That's
go.
the place to go.
Okay,
Go see Mario World or whatever it's called, Nintendo World. What's it called?
Mario
Super Mario World.
Dun. You know,
dun.
Same thing.
Right.
Got it.
But the next thing I have for the birds today is, the end of school is, it's basically here, right? People are graduating.
Yes.
Or, just being, coming up on being done with school for the summer, which means, like grad pics, just school year pictures, like all this stuff is, is here. It's coming out for people to see. Now, the kids... I know we say they are not all right, but they are not all right. Okay? So I came across this picture on Twitter of a kid in what seems to be, I don't know, this could be middle school, but it's probably high school. I think it's probably high school.
Might be middle school.
It might be middle school.
It might be middle school.
They look kind of
young.
Yeah.
The kids these days, when you were in high school, you look 30.
No, for real.
I was not looking that way.
Definitely not.
It's something in chicken.
Something
the dirty bird, honey.
Oh my God. But yes, this child took an official, school picture that goes inside of the yearbook that the parents or, whoever caretakers pay for to get prints out of them so that they can have them for themselves, give them out to family, all that kind of stuff. It's an important day.
All that jazz.
Right? All that jazz. This child walked into picture day and took the picture in.
Wow.
A Shiesty mask.
Wow.
If y'all don't know what the kids are calling a Shiesty mask, it's based off of the rapper Pooh Shiesty, who used to always wear like a ski mask. And people started calling it like, a Shiesty or a Shiesty mask. And so, this child in their school photos has on a ski mask with the graduating gown and the graduating cap on.
Wow.
This is correct.
That's unique.
This is a mess. If my child brought this home, my God, who would it be mad at first? My kid or the school for not being like, if you don't take that shit off, who do I be mad at? Who am I mad at? I don't even know. I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad at everybody.
I don't even know what I would be. I don't even think I could be.
No, really.
I don't even think I think if my child really came home and gave me that picture, I'd be like, I'd just look at them in their face and be like, you know what, honey, you were really expressing yourself.
This is the legacy. This is your legacy.
However, this will not be going up in this household, and it will not be distributed to any of the members.
Nobody's getting it.
They let you see the picture before you put your orders in, because it comes in a little packet. Like you get it, and then you get to see the little.
It has the watermark on it.
Yeah, and then they're like, if you want how many of these, you can get how many. You pick your number that you want. So I'll see it before I can order any of them. I will be like, you know what, honey, if this is how you want to express yourself in the yearbook, you do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the JCPenney, to the Macy, the Robinson's May, wherever we can go, right?
Baby, the Robinson's May.
We going to go retake these pictures. So that you look nice and sharp and clean in your gown with no Shiesty. I'm hiding every Shiesty in that motherfucker.
Okay, I'm hiding it.
Won't have any access because we're going to go take another picture that'll be developed.
You ain't ever even been in the snow.
Right.
And that picture will be developed that day, okay? They take that picture, boom, boom, ask you how many you want, print it, boom, done. You can go pick it up at the end of the day.
Okay.
I'll have it same day service, okay? So I wouldn't be mad. I'd just ask why.
Right. Did you think this was okay?
Not to ask why, to be like, well, like I just be like, I just want to know why. That's it.
Why did you do that?
I'm not going to come to you, and I just want to know why.
What was the reason?
That's it. I mean, you're in middle school, right? The brain not fully developed yet, honey. You probably have a lot of reasons for why you might have done this.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not putting my good money toward it.
No, definitely.
Let's go take some real ones.
Yeah.
If you want a copy, you go ahead. You put your allowance. You put your allowance together.
Oh yeah, that too.
And you get your own copy. But I'm not going. Hey. But what I won't be doing is putting my pockets toward that. We're going to go take another picture.
Because that's crazy.
Definitely.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
I also wouldn't have the gall to bring that to my parents.
No, right? No.
Imagine.
The kids are bold. I saw someone the other day on Twitter. Oh my God, this girl pepper sprayed her teacher for taking her phone.
Yes.
I saw that.
I was like...
Pepper spray.
I saw that.
I was like, you gotta be shitting me. And like the thing is, I go to schools. I see what's going on in the schools. The kids always have their phones out. I mean, they have no phone signs, but realistically, they always have their phones out.
Yeah.
Teachers do take them. You get them back. It's not like they take them forever. And then you have to go get your parent to come up there and grab it for Like the teacher will take them and then you will get them back at the end of the class.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually end of the class or the end of the day.
For you to be upset that your phone got taken in the middle of class when you should have been paying attention.
Yeah.
And you're going to get it back after class. But you are so hell-bent on someone giving you your phone and you think you have the authority and the power that you go and you pepper spray and assault your teacher.
So insane.
And it's so crazy how you really have to think on your feet, because she didn't just pepper spray him one time, 2-3 times. It's amazing because my natural reflex.
Not my natural reflex.
My natural reflex. I mean, I feel like anyone who gets pepper sprayed natural reflex is You gonna have to. I mean, my hands are going out, or like they're doing. So I'm not, because they tell you not to touch your eyes. So I wouldn't touch my eyes, because they say don't touch your eyes, because then you can spread it. Yeah. So, but my natural reflex would literally be like to knock it out someone's hand. You know, just something in that nature.
Yeah.
And then now I'm in trouble because I done hit a student. But I just got pepper sprayed. So these kids are unhinged nowadays. And I don't know what's going on, but they need to fix it. Because something like that, you shouldn't be able. I think you shouldn't be able to go to school anymore. Like, I think that's it for you.
Yeah, like, you're definitely going to get expelled from here. Yeah. For sure.
You should, but you're done. There are certain things that if you pepper spray a teacher, if you whip a teacher, if you put any weapon toward it,
whip them,
whatever you do, like if you fight a teacher, like if you actually really beat a teacher, like I just feel like you should be done with school. Like, and is that not fair or no? Like,
I think that's a little harsh.
I think you should be done with school. You're done, hun.
I think that
find a way.
You should still be able to finish school, but maybe just not at this school. You gotta go somewhere else.
Good. Don't come to my district, honey. You'll never see. You should never be able to go to school again. I wouldn't. You got to move to go to school. Sorry.
Just out of state.
You got to commute. A new district somewhere, but you will not be able. There should be certain things you just cannot do. And putting pepper spray to someone, no.
Yeah, that was a mess. That was a mess.
It is.
Last thing I have for the birds is more mess. If y'all don't know, we can count it backwards and start back at 1.
I know exactly where you're going.
You're funny.
Okay.
But a certain singer, right, has been getting exposed like crazy over the last week or two. And this certain singer is Brian McKnight. Okay, Brian McKnight, you are trash. You are trash. You are terrible.
Basura.
You are the worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, and this is us talking on you and your character, honey. Okay, like I don't know. You know, you can sing. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, you can sing.
But this character of yours, my God,
it's awful. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
So what's been going on is, like, people noticed that in Brian McKnight's Instagram bio, it says that he's the father to, like, his stepchildren and his new baby that he has with his wife. And people were like, this is a little strange, because am I counting this correctly? Am I reading this correctly? He's only listing, like, his 2 stepkids and his new baby. Like, he only has 3 kids, but he has 2 other sons and, like, another daughter from a previous marriage. The daughter came from a whoopsie. A whoopsie in the middle of that first marriage. But he's only claiming that he has these 3 children, which are his stepchildren, and the new baby that he has with his new wife. And people were like, that's kind of weird. That's kind of strange. That's kind of strange, you know? And so it even led to folks bringing up interview clips back from, like, when we were deep in the pandemic, baby. Zoom everything. Get on your Zooms. You know,
get your Zooms on, your camera on, because your audio connected. Okay. Now you know how to turn your audio on and off, right? Okay. Now you know how to turn your camera on and off. Great. Now wave. Okay, cool. You're not frozen. Nothing. Great. Lovely. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay. They pulled up, like, an old interview clip of, like, some of an interview that he did with someone over like the Instagram lives during the pandemic, where the interviewer asked him, like, okay, so Brian McKnight, you know, you're kind of you're a big name. People love your songs. You've had great success. If you could pick out the parts of your music journey that matter most to you when you were making, like, your most important music, or just where you felt the most connected to your music, like, when would you say that was? And he says, well, honestly, nothing that I made before I got married to my wife now matters. None of the music that I made before then matters. All of that, it was just fake. It was phony. Trash it, burn it, bury it. I don't care.
Wow.
The only things that I've made that matters when it comes to music is only the music that I've made since I've gotten married to my wife.
What?
So he just disregarded. I mean, I can't name a hint baby since he's gotten married to this woman.
Me neither.
Me neither. That's why I'm like, what?
Doesn't have any since he got married to this woman.
No.
Had all the hits though when he was married to his first wife and had their 2 children.
Yes.
She gave him 2 sons, and then in the middle of their marriage, he cheated on her and got some woman pregnant, and she kept the baby, and it was a girl. And then eventually, I think that the wife, his ex-wife said that she didn't know about the baby until the baby was like 4.
Oh damn!
My goodness,
That's deep, right? Yeah.
What the
Accepts this baby though, right? Brian was turning out the hits, right? Right. Boom, 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 boom.
That's why it's important to be involved in bank statements, everybody. I don't know if people understand, but in your marriage, in your union, once you're married, even if you're not paying for anything, right? You should still be able to see those bank statements.
Yeah.
Go look at them.
Cue the Whitney.
Are there hotel rooms being bought? Okay. Are there plane tickets being bought? Okay.
Yeah. Is there something
money
that looks suspicious
that is pretty large that is being transferred to an account that is not familiar to you? That's not your mama. That's not your daddy. That's not your.
Is there a store that they're going to that they keep frequenting, and then you find out it's not really what it says it is?
Do they have a lot of money moving from car to car? Maybe a car that you don't have access to. These are the things.
Something is amiss.
Y'all, if you're married, I'm not a person who's like,
trust no nigga.
Yeah. I'm not a person who's like, we're married, so everything, like, I mean, I guess I am a person, like, whatever yours is mine, right? I am that person, but I'm not one who's like, we need to put all of our money in the same pot. I feel like it should be a thing where you have your money, I have my money. If you make more money, maybe you give me some money to put in my money. But then we also have a joint account that we put our money into. One for bills, household things, miscellaneous things that can come up with the house, etc., just life things. And then one specific for vacations and like travel and just things that we can do. So we have different bank accounts working out here. Okay. And if you have another one for investments, then that's what you can do as well. But I do feel like I don't want to have to keep, if I want to buy you something nice, I don't want you to know what I'm buying you. Right. However, you should always have access. You should always have access if you need to. Get a little suspicious.
Right. But, so, Brian McKnight, you're fucking trash because you're out here only trying to claim your stepchildren, literally making posts of like, to my stepdaughter, thank you for making me a girl dad. I was never a girl dad before you, and once you came into my life, I instantly became a girl dad. Imagine saying these things while your actual daughter living, breathing in I think she's in college right now. She's on like the track team or something like that, and I guess she does pretty well. But
wow.
And the craziest thing about that is that his stepdaughter ended up going to the same college that his actual daughter goes to, which I think is like UC Santa Barbara or something like that. And he was literally like, oh, I'm so proud of you, daughter, talking about his stepdaughter. I'm so proud of you, blah blah blah, thank you for making me a girl dad. I never would have been that before you, and da 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 da. Meanwhile, his real daughter is on the same campus, just a couple steps away, a couple yards away, baby, sister, and he doesn't acknowledge them, don't have shit to say about them. I just don't understand how a person can have children and then just act like they don't exist, especially like you can do this if you just Johnny from down the street, because don't nobody know Johnny from down the street.
You can do this
Johnny can get up, be married, have a couple kids, move away, get remarried, have more kids, and act like he never had the life before.
The Strays.
And that would be like the Strays.
The Strays.
And nobody would be the wiser. Okay. But it's the fact that, Brian, let's start back at 1. Okay.
He did.
You are a public figure.
Start over.
You are a public figure who does things like, I don't know, when important events happen in your life, usually publications come out to you and they do these things called like interviews, and then they put it into something that's called like print, and those are things that kind of, I don't know, stay around forever and are actually like a real footprint that keeps track of the events in your life. And there's actually a few articles about you and your first wife and the children that you had with this first wife. So the fact that you're out here trying to act like you don't got no kids besides the one that you and your ex-wife recently had, I mean the one that you and your wife now recently had, and her 2 children that she had before you, come on. What kind of revisionist history? We can go back and just search your name and we can see all the damn articles with your ex-family. You're trash.
Yeah, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen to this black man here.
Definitely.
Because that's whack. You can't just be having kids and then, I mean, I guess you can. You're doing it. But it's just not right. At least I don't think so. And I also think that, I mean, Brian came out a few years ago. We might have talked about this on the podcast years ago whenever it happened, because this is back when we was upstairs. Okay, honey?
Okay, season 1 vibes.
Season 1, season 2 vibes. But I remember us talking about the fact that he openly talked about not letting any of his kids have any of his money. Like no fortune. Like they were all cut off from everything. He said he just feels like they gotta work for theirs, which, okay, there are people who feel that way. I don't. I feel like whenever I have children,
feel like that's ugly.
It's also the point of being like, I want to take care of my family. I don't care how old you are. Like, you could be 40. Like, if there's money there, if I'm not tight on here, like, I'm not gonna, but just know that whenever I'm gone, you got to find a way to make money. Like, I'd rather you find a way, but I feel like if I'm able to provide for my family as long as I can, I will.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to go without. I want to set them up to have as much as they possibly can so that they feel motivated to actually go out there and get their own if they need to. And if they don't need to because I'm balling like that, then they don't need to. But no, them kids gonna have kids, and then them kids gonna need some money. So just, have your mindset on the fact that money ain't gonna stay around forever. But, be smart with it. Make business moves, do your thing. But, that's ugly.
Very much so.
He's probably going to give these kids the money, to be honest. The ones that are the step kids and his new kids.
I think that he is, too. I think that as well. Because, ugliness. Ugly. Yeah. But that's all I have for the birds today, y'all. What are we paying dust? What's some stuff that had us messed up, fucked up, upset? What gave us grief this week?
Miscommunication gave me grief. There was nothing miss about it. It's just somebody wasn't catching that shit. Ooh. I feel like my communication was very direct. Like, it was very direct. Like, this and this and this. And it went into steps. And it went into this. And it went into this. And for some reason, they just weren't picking up the ball. They wasn't picking up what I was putting down. And I didn't know how to rephrase it any clearer than what I did.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, Kish Cole, let it go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ew.
Damn.
I feel that.
This isn't personal. This is just work stuff. But
no, I feel it.
Ugh.
I feel you.
I just can't understand. I said, how are you not picking this up? We've had conversations. There have been emails. There have been texts. There have been phone calls. Like, how clearer can I get with what needs to be done? Because at the end of the day, it stressed me out when it was time for the event to happen. And I was like, where are the people? Where's the this? Where's the that? And I'm calling on behalf of the people who I'm with. So I'm like, okay, this is not going to happen again. And if it does happen again, it will not be with communication with you. And you know it.
Okay.
Because whenever I went to the event, I did not speak to the person not once. Made it a point
to
talk to everybody but them, because you did wrong. Come on now. How you not picking things up? You need a new job. You need something. Because everybody in-house with me, who actually, like, this is from an outside organization who we're working with. So I'm like, everybody in-house over here is cool. Like, everybody who I work with is cool. It was the people, once we start bringing people into the fold and partnering and doing all that. What's going on here? How y'all do things over there? It's really interesting. So, yeah, the miscommunication that wasn't so missed, but it wasn't picked up. I'm paying it dust.
Yes, pay dust to that. I am going to pay dust to getting caught in the rain on Friday, I think it was.
I want to go outside.
Got caught in the rain, baby. I was on that train. I've been on the trains.
Hey.
Okay. Boop, 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 moving around because I'm over driving to downtown LA. I'm just over it. I'm over it.
Makes sense.
I'm over it. So I'll be taking the train now. So
Understandable.
Yeah. I was out at what is going to be my shining moment, and when I left, baby, it randomly was like, I'm going to start raining. And everybody outside was like, oh, shit. Oh,
literally.
yes.
We all had
Whoa.
to gather our shit.
Where is that coming from? You know? So, like, when I got on the train, it was kind of just like sprinkling, like a heavier sprinkle, you know? And then by the time I got to my train station at home, cats and dogs. I got off the train. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But thank God I had like a jacket on. So I just like covered my head and like ran across to my car. But
That's wild.
woo, I'm paying dust to that. I hate getting caught in rain.
Oh, I do. And when I'm not prepared. Okay.
Yes.
You know, like,
Just not, wasn't planning for that.
wasn't planning for it at all.
Not at all. I'm gonna pay this to I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. It was like a mini tornado over near my job, and something flew from the freeway and knocked into one of our front windows and shattered it.
Oh no.
And it was like
kind of
super
Dorothy shit?
They were, and then like there were warehouses that were near us, and the wind was taking the roof, because it was like metal sheeting roof of the warehouse, just taking it off like,
Oh my God.
like a band-aid. Just
didn't see
taking
any
it
of
off
that
real
footage.
fast. Oh my goodness, it was freaking crazy
I
last
think
week.
Jasmine sent me something, but I just didn't look at it. But that's
It
wild.
was literally, you can see like a cyclone in the sky forming. It was windy, like it was shaking. It was crazy.
We are in the end times.
And the power went out, and the power stayed out for like an hour or two. And I was just like, what
Baby,
the
don't let
fuck
the
is
power
going
go out
on?
when I'm at work.
I'm gone.
I'm leaving.
I was like, what the hell is going
Honey,
on?
turn the lights back on. Turn the lights back on. Where's Chris?
Baby,
I left.
the power went out. Yeah, but it's
That is automatic. Go home.
It is. That's automatic going.
Because we don't know how long it's going to be out. But I know that's my one opportunity to be like, I cannot get my work done. I'm on a deadline. I got to go to where power is home.
Gotta leave. Bye.
Literally.
Terrible.
That's the one excuse you have. Power's out. It should be up. I don't have it should be up, because if it's not up, I'm going to miss my deadline. And you know what? I can just go home and just do it. Plead and be, I'm going home. That'll happen.
What are our shining moments? What's something that brought us some joy, some happiness this week? You know, what shined?
Maybe you should start it.
Me start?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. My shining moment is going to be that I got some last minute tickets to go see Chloe.
Yes.
To see her at the last stop of her In Pieces tour here in LA. Wow, she was amazing. The mic was on. It was never off.
Okay,
Never off.
not once off.
Never
Not
off.
once off. She sounded amazing. She sounded great.
Yes.
And then we got a little surprise when she came out for her little encore, and Hallie was in the crowd, and so they came together and they sang Cool People, and it was a good old Chloe and Hallie moment.
So good.
It was amazing.
Loved it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my shining moment. So,
Right. That's so
I think Chloe looked amazing. She sounded
Yes.
amazing. I think it was, I mean, from beginning to end, from whenever you stepped in the building, it was perfect. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
DJ Rose Gold.
DJ Rose Gold turned it up.
Now that's a DJ.
That's a DJ.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, give DJ Rose Gold their props.
Yes.
DJ Rose Gold came to the LA. I mean, she was on all the stops, I think. But DJ Rose Gold came to the LA stop, the Novo, and shut it down. Like, whenever you have a good DJ to really get the crowd going,
Everybody was up.
She let us vote on what we wanted to hear. We were singing, and it was such a good vibe. Filling that room with that vibe is exactly what we needed before Chloe came out.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Rose Gold got us hyped.
Yeah.
And then it was like the screen went up, and then it was like almost like that little intro to the In Pieces tour.
Yeah.
Kind of giving us that anticipation music, adding little layers to it. Just the drama of it all.
So good.
And then, boom, like she comes out. She looks gorgeous in this beautiful bodysuit, yellow, gorgeous.
Sparkle.
Sparkling.
Hair, just woo. And looking good. I'm sure she smelled good. I couldn't smell her. I was in the balcony.
The people said that who were there for the VIP, they were like, oh my gosh, she smells so good.
I know it. See, listen, I was in the balcony, so I couldn't really smell you, girl, but I could see you.
And you look phenomenal.
Didn't miss a step.
Not at all.
Looked gorgeous.
Yes.
Sounded amazing. Super talented. Great time for a show. I mean, performed front to back. Didn't like leave the stage for too long.
Yep.
Didn't leave people waiting.
Yep.
And just did amazing.
She did so
and you could tell she was so excited to complete her first
she
solo
was so
tour.
happy.
So, yeah, seeing Holly was just a bonus. But whenever I tell you,
Chloe killed it.
Chloe, you really did your thing. I mean, you showed up and you showed out. And it seems like at every tour date that you went to from the clips that I saw, you showed up and you showed out in every way. So
yes.
Thank you for the In Pieces tour, baby, because
Thank
we
you.
had a
That was
ball.
amazing.
We had a ball. Okay.
Well, besides that, we are super sleuths, and that's all.
Baby!
Thank you for bringing that up. How could we forget?
That was going to be my other one, but since we covered Chloe, I just want to say we solved another case.
We solved another case, baby.
And this one was an active one.
This was an active.
Okay.
The last two cases. Well, Wes here, he solved 3.
Yeah.
So far?
Before yesterday.
Before.
I saw 4 before yesterday.
4 before yesterday.
Yeah.
Super sleuth.
So, Wes here has solved 4 cold cases.
Yeah.
Right. I've solved 2 of them. Monique, how many cold cases had you
I've got
do?
1 cold case and the one yesterday.
Well,
the
one
active
cold
one.
Wait, you saw 2 of them? Okay, then I saw 3. My bad. You had it right. I saw 3. Yes.
So yeah, I solved 2 cold cases. Wes solved 3. I helped with 2 of them. And Renique solved 1, and she helped with one of our, each one of ours. And yesterday, baby, we had an active case, and we solved it. We didn't need no hints. Every first guess was the right guess, baby. It was no guess. We knew.
No,
I'm just saying.
Wit.
Unsolved case files. We need a sponsorship. We need some more cases. We need something because we play that shit.
The time.
We love you.
We know we've gotten to a point where we do not need hints anymore. Give us the case.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Yes.
Give it to us, and we'll
Let
gladly.
us solve the cases.
Because I ain't even gonna lie, these cases is in front of my bank account. I'm looking at these like, I'm buying these cases, honey. I'm giving y'all my money, okay? Send us a case.
Okay.
Please.
Because we are super sleuths, detectives, okay?
Unsolved case. What is it? Unsolved
Unsolved case files, I think. Yeah.
Unsolved case files. We love you here at the Black Umbrella, okay? And if you want to sponsor us, you want to pop an ad in here, or you want to just send us some, a nice little case. We would love that. We would have so much fun with that.
And I will gladly solve that case.
Gladly.
Don't tell, okay? We can do some stuff for your social media. Listen, I'm just pitching us right now, but you know what? Just saying.
Hey.
We're too good at it. We're too good to not be out here getting our cases on. So, yes, thank you, Nika, for bringing that up. We did do great.
Yes.
Yes. Amen.
Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Into the gust of wind, huh?
Blow us away.
That sounds so good. So in the gust of wind for this new music, I've got a couple different things. Oh, there's one thing that I did not add to this that I'm going to add right now. Because what? But let's start with, I think it's Amaarae, right?
That's how I've been saying.
I've been saying it as Amaarae. Amaarae co-star. What did y'all think of it?
Loved it.
I loved it too. I loved the sound. It was different.
Yeah, it was different. I love a song that likes to cycle through astrological signs. I'm always here for it. I'm always here for it. I love this. It was a great song.
And it was a fun song.
Yes. It was fun.
It was fun. It was upbeat. I mean, it had a little bit of a techno vibe to it too. I just was like, all right, I can kind of get into this.
Hey.
Yeah.
It really gave me what I needed. So Amaarae co-star. Check it out, okay?
Check it out.
Now, KIRBY and Rapsody. You know we love KIRBY here.
Yes.
We talked about every KIRBY release that's happened since KIRBY's come out with anything. If KIRBY comes out with anything, we've talked about it.
Pretty much.
Know it, okay? KIRBY and Rapsody, okay? Eve Jean.
Baby,
it made me appreciate the black woman.
Did you
I mean, I did before.
Oh, okay.
I did before. Hold on now. Hold on.
Whoa.
I did before, but it was just something about hearing KIRBY, and then especially Rapsody's rap, like all of that coming together, and then the sound of the track was so beautiful. The cover art was gorgeous. I was like, dang. This can be and I don't even want to classify it as an anthem, because like it really is. It's something that's just something about it. I mean, lyrically, it's amazing. Production wise, I think it's amazing. Sounds beautiful. I kind of want to see it perform live.
Yeah.
That
I want
would
to see
be
it perform
good.
live.
That would be good.
I want theatrics with it too, baby. Bring it to me. Give it to us. Give us the flowers and all the things. You know, do what you need to do. But I would love to see it perform live. What y'all think?
I enjoyed it, yes. And KIRBY always sounds so wonderful on the tracks that she has.
Yeah, KIRBY sounded great.
Hey, listen.
She sounds great.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to go over PHABO. Casamigos. Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all like?
I loved it.
It was like a little...
Made me
It was
think of you guys.
sexy.
Eventually, I was like, Casamigos. No.
If y'all know Wes.
If y'all know Wes
don't mess. Okay, I am good with the Casamigos.
West don't
mess.
Don't mess around.
Wow.
I didn't finish that sentence.
Okay.
That Casamigos is my bestie. It doesn't let me down.
Yes.
I'm always down to ride or die for it, and it rides or die for me. Okay. So I said,
Yeah.
Casamigos. I'm gonna love this track.
Right.
Loved it.
Loved it.
It was very simple.
Sexy.
Yeah, it was simple.
Simple
It
and
was sexy.
Yes.
Loved it. Had a little bit of Spanish in there. I love it.
Sing it to your
Yeah.
person, if you have a person. Or
Yeah, if you got a
your
person.
hookup or your friend with benefit or whatever you got, sing it to him.
Lay it on them thick.
Lay it on him thick. Take a shot with him. Next, I want to get into this project, okay?
Okay.
St. Harrison lost a friend.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
First of all, y'all should already know. I mean, the first 3 songs on this, would you consider? Yeah, the first songs
like
on
an
this
EP.
EP.
It's an EP.
Yeah.
The first 3 songs on this EP, we already reviewed on this show, and we already said how much we freaking loved them.
Yes.
So I mean, it was only 4 more to go from there.
Right.
And baby,
they were great. I really loved James.
okay, the emotions of everything.
Yes. Very emotional. Very good. Amazing voice. Just
That voice, you can't.
that voice.
That voice.
Oh my God.
That voice, baby.
That's something serious.
Woo!
Yeah. Saint, when you give us some more, like you gave us more right now.
We're grateful.
And I'm so grateful. I love it. Love it so much. Do some more.
We want more.
I want more.
Now.
I want more. Okay. Because this was so good. Like the first 3 songs, as Frenchie said, we already knew.
What it was given.
We already knew. But then when we got some more, we were like, hold on.
Yeah.
This shit hits.
It's good. And I think that what I like most about it is he's not trying to be nobody else but himself.
No, he
Like,
just.
it's not a project that sounds like it's something that needs to be mass produced or like loved by the masses, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's something that's genuine. It's something that's 100% authentic. It has stripped down production. Like it's really a lot of times just his voice is the star of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a couple things in the back, but not too much.
Yeah, his
It's
voice
not-
is the
It's not
powerhouse.
too much going on. His voice is always leading it, which
Yeah.
I appreciate. And
Yeah.
I just think that time and time again he's come out with things. And that pen,
The pen's
Wow.
great.
the pen pins. The
Wow.
pen is penning. That pen does no.
Fantastic writing.
Yeah.
A writer indeed. I can't wait to hopefully you come to LA. I mean, I saw you once at the Victor Monet concert. Okay, I met you. Boom. For those who don't know, I met St. Harrison at the Victor Monet concert. Told him that homies was literally I understood.
Yes.
We should have stayed.
We should have just stayed
homies. Ooh, but we keyed over that one, but then I had to go because it was late.
Right.
It was late. It was a school night, honey. I had to get home. Cinderella
Right.
indeed.
Cinderella.
But beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. Just all of the above. I think that I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait to see some visual aspects to it, and I cannot wait to see St. Harrison live. So whenever you come to LA, let the Black Umbrella know, because we'll be there. We'll be there.
Definitely.
Front and center.
Got to see that voice.
Got to hear that voice. Yes. Okay? We must. And then lastly, IDK came up with F65. Correct, right? I didn't get the letters wrong.
No, you got it right.
I got it right. Woo, had to make sure I did. A 22-track album.
Yes.
Now, you know that Smokey Robinson came out with a 9-track album that was 40 minutes.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
IDK came out with a 22-track album that is 53 minutes. So, do the math. Do the math.
Okay. Do it.
No, for real.
However, I want to get y'all's opinion on the project. What did you think of it?
What about you, Nika? You go first.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I enjoy the project. I like IDK. We've talked about his other projects before, and those were really good. And they're all pretty. I feel like they're all pretty different from each other. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I like IDK, so I feel like I'm kind of biased.
Did you have some favorites?
I can't think of any favorites right now. I need to listen to it again. Let me see what can stick out to me, because I wasn't looking at the
track list when you were listening. Yeah,
that part. Yes.
Well, for me, I will say, baby, 22 songs. Not all of these needed to be on here. That was how I felt. I said 22 songs. Whoa. Like when I first, the first thing I do before I play it in an album, I open it up, I look at the cover art, and then I look to see, I go straight to the bottom so that I can see how many songs and how long is the runtime, just so I can know how much time do I need to block out to focus, you know? I scrolled down, I saw 22 songs, and I was like, oh, hell no. No way, all of these. But that's not, sometimes all of the songs be good. But I just felt like 22 songs, it was a little bit too much. I feel like a lot of them could have been stripped away. But my favorites were Pinot Noir.
Baby, that was my first favorite.
Okay. Telecouleur and Rabbit Stew.
Okay.
I
liked it all cohesively together, and I think that all 22 songs should stay on the album. I think that it was needed. We needed breaks, okay? I mean, they weren't all songs. I mean, they were songs. We had a jazz break at one point, honey.
We did.
I get why people might think that, okay, like this wasn't needed, but I really do think that it just fluffed it. It gave it some body. It gave some body to the project. I think it really did. Because not all the songs, song lengths nowadays are like 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute, if that, right?
Yeah.
So there were some things that really just kind of sort of came and went, like came and passed and came and went. And then there were the actual songs, right? Pinot Noir, I loved the incorporation of Saucy Santana.
Loved that.
I was like, the fact that Saucy is on this track is so hot. First of all, props to IDK. That was needed.
Yes.
I love Radioactive. I love Superwoman. And then Freetown, I think, was the jazzy record. And
I think so. I
got into it. And I said, that's the one. So those are like my top 4 from the album. But overall, I think the body of work is really good. I didn't know what to expect because y'all know I'm not a real rap queen like that. But
rap queen.
I'm not a rap queen like that. But
You would, yeah.
I'm turning a new leaf because I tell you, these past projects.
You liked his other album too.
I think you did.
I think that these past projects have really turned me over to be like, there's a certain kind of rap that I can get with.
Yeah. Everybody got a little something.
Everybody has a little something. I will not be getting for Little Yachty ever in my life, just so that we can all be clear on that. Okay, I'm sorry.
No. Damn.
This is no disrespect. This is no disrespect to Yachty, but that project last time I did not like.
The last one,
I didn't know what I don't know what the other ones sound like, to be honest. So I guess I can't really go give a full rounded like I've listened to every Yachty project, and I can tell you right now I'm not going for them because realistically I haven't. So
yeah.
But my first exposure was that last project. Besides, like, the viral songs.
Of course.
But that last project was the first full project I listened to by Little Yachty, and I was like, I don't need to listen to anything else.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of it. So
the distinction between rap and then hip hop, and then sometimes when the rappers cross over to the hip hop or the hip hop crosses over to the rap, sometimes
confusion.
Yeah.
Confusion. Fusion.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But yeah, that is my new music for the week. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I don't have any pop culture things to talk about because frankly, I feel like everything's on pause because Beyonce's coming in a few days.
Okay.
So
let's talk about how we're trying to figure out if we should mute her, block her,
what to do. Because we're not going to this concert until September. So, but the anticipation is killing everybody sitting here at this table, along with a lot of America. Well, the world, really. And she's coming. We're getting little snippets here and there. People getting fired, okay? Trying to get these snippets. So y'all better go ahead and go thank them. Because I just read an article that someone got fired from the stadium for recording a small. They found out who it was who recorded it, and they got fired.
Ooh, damn,
honey, you know Beyonce don't play.
She don't
release none of her shit.
No,
but
put it on the close friends,
right? You know, but then the close friends gonna screen record it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's what they be doing.
I'm saying,
and they be leaving your username right up in it.
Yeah, look who did this.
Guilty.
So I just want to say, that is something that we're all looking forward to here at the Black and Brother. And I can next week we might come to you with something. Next week we might not come to you with anything. But point is, the world is on pins and needles right now because Beyonce is going to be on a stage in less than like 2 days.
Keep watch.
Yep.
That makes my heart.
But I mean, by the time this comes out, the first date will have happened.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what to think.
Scary thing.
My palms are sweating.
I just gotta scroll real fast past everything.
My stomach is a knot.
I know I'm gonna see some looks.
I know.
I know I'm gonna see some looks. I know I'm gonna see
I don't think I'm gonna block or mute her or anything because
because what if something else happens and we need to get the thing?
Yeah, because what if she's like right before the damn show, the visuals drop.
Yeah,
if
like
you got
what?
her blocked, muted, tooted and booted, like you're not gonna see
it.
It is what it is.
Thing.
Yeah.
No.
But if those visuals drop, we're gonna do a whole separate something just for them visuals. I promise you.
Okay, we might have to do another live show like
for the YouTube. Okay, it's gonna be something that's just separate. Like I mean, it's gonna be. It could be. It
could be like our reactions.
Yeah, reactions because we have to. There's no way because we've been waiting for so long. There's only right that we give y'all our opinions because whenever I tell you, they're gonna be positive. So get ready.
Of course they will.
Get ready.
I can already see them being.
Okay.
So.
Sorry. We're not here to bash Beyonce like some motherfuckers on the internet.
Like some motherfuckers.
Who want to just get clicks and likes and vibes. Ugh. With your 2 Christmas bows.
With your 2 Christmas bows. And the same scarf that we seen you in years ago.
And your crochet.
Anyway, though. Shall we get into the under our umbrella?
We shall. Let's put them umbrellas up.
Beautiful. So I'm going to be leading our under our umbrella this week. Oh my god!
Oh really?
Really?
Well, congratulations. And now, here is the one and only Frenchie.
Wow! Thank you.
Bringing
so much.
you into this under our umbrella.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Wow. This under our umbrella comes from me coming across this post on Instagram. And it was a clip of these 2 podcasters who have a podcast, clearly. And they were talking about how the thing that they were striving for, that they were like their main goal for when they were starting up their podcast and doing all, making their episodes and stuff. They were always writing down, dreaming about, and like aspiring to get to making 6 figures from their podcast, right? And they're like, oh, once we get to 6 figures, we gonna be lit. We gonna be this. We gonna do that. We're gonna feel so good. It's gonna be so awesome, And then when they actually ended up reaching that milestone of the 6 figures being earned from the podcast, it was almost like they didn't even really acknowledge it. They didn't feel good about it, how they thought that they would. And really, they kind of just like rolled past it. They didn't even acknowledge it at all, even though at one point it was like a really big goal.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of talking about how, like once they reached their goal, how they just didn't, their reaction to it wasn't what they expected it to be. So what I have here under our umbrella today, our topic is celebrating milestones.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to specifically get into detaching our expectations from our goal setting. So, we all have like goals and stuff. We got big goals, we got small goals, we got regular goals. And when we set these goals, sometimes we can have like a preconceived notion on like how we should feel once we reach these goals. Like, when I do this, I'm gonna be feeling so good. I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna want to jump around, turn around, shake my ass. You never, right?
All the things.
And oftentimes I feel like when we reach these goals that we thought we would have like these huge positive feelings for, that not only do we sometimes just breeze past the little things that helped us to reach our goal, but we can also be faced with either like not acknowledging our accomplishment of this goal, or even not feeling how we thought that we should once we reach this goal of ours.
Yeah.
So my first question to us is, how do we set goals for ourselves in our lives? And it can be really in relation to anything, any kind of goal. No goal is too big. No goal is too small.
I guess I'll be candid and I'll say that I don't think I set enough goals for myself. I don't think I set enough goals for myself. I think I'm doing everything I need to be doing responsibly, which in turn can turn into growth and turn into opportunity for other things to happen. But I don't think I'm necessarily a goal setter. Like I could really be a goal setter out here and like working toward. I mean, there are things that I'm working toward for the podcast, but like as far as like just for myself, I don't think I set enough goals for myself. Beside reading, I had one goal this year. That's to read. I've been reading, honey. I'm getting through these books. So I mean, I guess whenever I said something, I just start doing it. And it doesn't take me. I don't have to prep myself for it. I don't have to make a plan of action because I feel like plans don't really work. And if you do try to plan something always gets in the wrench of the way of the plan in the first place. But I'm a doer. So whenever I think it, I do it, and I don't really think much about it. And there are people who really will get out there and be like, these are my goals. Now, how will I achieve each goal? Like map out everything.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. I just know me. I know my mind. I know if I think of one thing I want to do, I'm going to just do it. And I may not have it all the way mapped out. I may stumble or fall along the way. I might make some mistakes, but point is, the work is being done and put behind it. I wish I mapped my goals out more, but I also don't see, even if I did map them out more, I don't think I would be like checking my map every day to see where I'm at. It would stress me. It would give me anxiety. Like trying to map things out with time frames, and by this time I should do this and that. I feel we've had a conversation about that part before too, right?
Yeah, about the time frames, yeah.
I just feel like it would stress me out and give me anxiety. Point is, if I know my intention in my heart and what I want to do, it's going to happen. I speak it. I pray, baby. I'm sorry. I'm a prayer warrior. One of God's favorites. Don't play.
Come on.
Don't play. I talk to God every day. And that's about anything. And I talk to God just like this. Just like we're going here. I'm not the one who's going to be like trying to pull out my verses from the Bible. I'm really going to talk to God like I talk to my homies, because at the end of the day, he's always right here with me. Okay. So I think that is also a piece of my goal setting is prayer. So I don't really feel like I'm like, listen, I'm praying and I'm doing the work. So what else I got to do? That's it. Like, as long as I'm praying and doing the work, I'm good. So yeah, I think that's my thing with goal setting. I don't map them out as much as I should. And I feel like I could do a couple more, not so stringently put myself on a map or put myself on a time frame, but just more so thinking about the things that it's going to take to get to certain places versus just going with the flow. Because I'm a go with the flow kind of individual to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm not always a go with the...
No, because you don't like last minute shit.
But I don't do last minute. I don't do last minute anything.
No,
I'm not that person. I'm not the person who you can call. Sidebar, but yes, I'm not the person you can call on a day and just be like, "Hey, what you doing? Come here, pull up." I'm not that. I'm already busy. I need you to put in your time with me. I mean, unless the people who have my location, which is very few people in this thing, okay? Because then people would actually know what I'm doing on a regular basis. They know when to hit. They know when to hit the line, okay? When I'm ready to do something.
Okay.
They know where I'm at. They know what I'm doing. Those are people I make myself fully available for at all times, no matter what. Even if I got something planned, I'm gonna make it happen. So, yeah, that's a little bit. I'm on a little rant, but it's okay. Yeah,
it's okay.
Feel me.
It's okay.
What about you, Nika?
I feel like I'm very hands-on, like some of the time. I think, I don't know. I set goals in my mind a lot. Yes, I'm a list maker, but when it comes to certain things, like, oh, I got to pay this bill, I'm gonna just pay the bill. Like, I'm not writing it down that I have to pay the bill, because most of the time there are certain deadlines that are just okay in my head already, because it's something that's a constant. But if it's something that's not a constant, it's something new that I'm bringing in, I feel like that's when I have trouble sticking to it, because I'm like, if it's something I'm going back to, like for Wes, he went back to reading and was able to just like jump into it and get to going. For me, I feel like it's taking a lot more time because I haven't done it in so long, and I'm trying to remember how the fuck I was doing it to begin with when I was reading all those books in my past.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should write down stuff more, but because I'm always like moving, I'm in a meeting, I'm on phone calls or whatever I'm doing, it's kind of hard for me to sit down like most people can do and write it all out. And then, I mean, that starts dipping into the whole time being a luxury thing, because people are able to set aside time to actually do, like how Wes said, write down the goal and then write down, okay, how am I going to get there? These are the steps, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like I could write down more stuff. I feel like I do what's needed to be done for the most part, like in terms of living my life. Like paying bills, putting gas in the car, like, I don't know, simple stuff like that. But there's stuff that falls through the cracks because I don't write them down, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I will say for me, I always think that like my problem is like I struggle with like setting goals with an S. I feel like sometimes like I have a lot of goals. Like I will start off my day usually telling myself everything I need to get done. Like, okay, I need to do the laundry. I need to edit the podcast. I need to make TikToks for the podcast or whatever. Like, I'll have all these things that like I want to get done, all these goals that I want to get done for the day. But I get like, I don't know, like overwhelmed, yeah, like
same,
anxious and like fatigued from that, because I'm kind of like freaking out over everything that I need to get done, and then I'll either halfway do like all of my goals, or I will fully commit to doing one goal, and then when I get finished with that goal, feel like, okay, well, I got one goal completed today, now I can just like slack off for the rest of the day. Like, okay, I got my one in and that's good enough. Like,
sometimes that
now
one goal
I'm so
takes
stressed
a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes that one goal takes like a lot out of me, so I just be like, you know that today drained me
very much. So
definitely that.
Ooh, like that be me after I complete, like when I fully complete one goal, it's like, today drained me. Now I just need to relax, put on a TV, kick back, take a nap. Like, nothing. Like I just want to do nothing now. And a lot of the times I will feel like, it's kind of interesting. I've been noticing that this is like a feeling that I've been having for myself lately, and the feeling is shame.
Oh my God.
Yes, I feel it.
Open up, baby.
Right?
Shame.
Yes.
Shame. Because I would be like, like, okay, say I had a day where I fully completed one of my goals, but didn't do any of the other ones.
Right.
And then I'll get into bed that night. And I mean, I've spoken openly about my situation. Like, bitch, I ain't got no job. I'm out here doing this podcast and I'm doing what I can with this. And, you know, and obviously I'm hitting the pavement, as the people like to say, baby. I'll be pounding that digital pavement like every damn day, trying to find like my job, but it hasn't come yet. So it's kind of like my day is very like whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
It's very leisurely. So when I have those days where I fully complete a goal and then I don't do the other ones and then I'm going to bed that night, I feel shame because it's like, well, what else did you really have to do today that you couldn't get the other stuff done? You literally have nothing else to do besides these goals that you've set for yourself through the day and you didn't do them. Why are you not doing them? You know, what are you scared of? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? Like, you know what I mean? Like this feeling of like shame. And it's like, it gets deep, like in my bones, you know what I'm saying? To where like, I even wake up feeling that way, wake up feeling
You're
like
carrying it.
Yeah, like just shameful and like a little like inadequate and just like, ugh.
It's also something you don't like doing. Like it's one of those things where whenever you're in a mind state or space of like pounding the pavement and like trying to find a job and like after a while, like nobody enjoys the application process. Nobody enjoys the interview process, and it is draining. Just to do one application is
just
draining.
Do one.
So, and to be doing it for a long time, like you feel like I'm mentally exhausted. Like at this point, what the fuck, you know? Like it really makes you that makes sense why you wake up carrying that shit because it's like, I feel so heavy with it.
It's like I wake up like, another day of doing whatever the fuck I want to do, I guess. But it's not what I want to do, so I'm not happy about it. Like, rather than like, okay, I'm waking up and maybe I'm not going to like a job that I love the most, but that's like some sort of purpose, some sort of like actual direction for the day. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the feelings that I've noticed that I've like been carrying around with me is like the feeling of shame.
Some shame.
And so in talking about reaching our goals, I want to ask, because like I said, we have a big goal, but of course there's steps that you have to take to
get to the big goal,
complete the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask, like, do we acknowledge the actions that lead up to completing our goals? Do we even notice the small things that we have to do that get to the big thing?
Oh no, I'm having Nika start this one.
I feel like I try to now, like even when it comes to when it comes to like cleaning up stuff around my room, I'm like, okay, cool. Like you got that out finally. Get it out your room or whatever. Like, in certain clothes, like when I was getting stuff out of my room too, I was just like, okay, cool. We're getting this out of here. All right. Like you did something. Like I had to constantly remind myself that it's not that you did nothing because you did something. So it's not that you did nothing. It just doesn't feel like enough because you wanted it to be a grander gesture than what you did, even though the gesture you did was enough for you to notice that you did something. Like you did enough to make something shake. It wasn't all of it or all that you wanted to do, but you did something going towards the bigger picture. So I've been trying to tell it is hard because you're just like, well, fuck, I still didn't get the whole goddamn picture painted. And it's like, all right, but look at this.
It's nice.
Look,
got
this
the borders,
is nice.
honey.
Right.
Got the borders.
Look at what you drew. You got all the outlining's done, right? Just don't got no color yet, but it can be very difficult to try to talk yourself up. Because talking yourself down is so easy, but talking yourself up can be so hard to just be your own cheerleader and just be like, yeah, you did it all right. Cool. But yeah.
I'm gonna pass it over to you. Yeah.
Wow.
I will say, let's see, do I acknowledge the small things that lead up to my big thing? Usually no, to be quite honest. And one of my biggest, well, hold on, let me not get into examples yet. But yeah, I don't really acknowledge the small things that I had to do that get me to my goal, because in a way, in my mind, it's the small things that are the annoyance that is like blocking me sometimes from reaching that goal, because I know that I can't be like, let's say that and this is not one of those situations, but let's just say that, okay, like I make the YouTube videos for us, and I know that if my goal for the day is to upload the video to YouTube, I know that that's going to consume of me getting the camera, taking the SD card out of the camera, putting the SD card reader into my laptop, and then putting the SD card into the card reader, and then taking the files off of that and then downloading them all into my computer, downloading the audio file. Then I have to open up, the program, drag all the downloads in there. Then I have to pluck all the clips, because it's not one long video clip. It's broken up into like 6 different videos, and I have to pull those down, match those up, and match it up with the audio file. All that stuff is what makes me like, I don't want to do it. Yeah. I don't want to do that shit. No.
I don't even want to see it right now.
Right. Don't even want to see it. Don't want to look at it. The fact that I can't wake up, be like, upload video, and I snap my fingers and it's done, is like, it's the little stuff that like
leads up to it.
Makes my skin crawl. You know what I mean? But it's also like having to acknowledge, like, well, you can't get that goal done unless you do the small things, which is where then the shame demon pops back in.
Shame demon.
And be like, you might as well not even do it, because you don't like doing that anyway. And then I'd be like, well, maybe you're right. And then they be like, look at you, not doing it.
And I'd be like, damn.
And that's like, damn. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how it is for me when it comes to the little stuff that lead up to my big stuff.
How it is for me, anybody who's ever been in contact with me or knows me in real life, I celebrate everything. Every little thing. If my ass wakes up in the morning and makes breakfast, bitch, it's a celebration, because that don't always happen. Okay? I will talk myself like, okay, I did that. I made my breakfast. I celebrate myself a lot.
Yes, you do.
You do.
I really do. But I also, in turn, I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really do feel like I give the people around me as much of that celebratory energy as possible.
Yeah, you do.
Because, even for example, one time, I think it was just something like with Frenchie, and was going through this job search and whatnot, and had this position that, she really wanted and didn't get it, unfortunately, but I still celebrated it because she put a whole bunch of work.
Yes, so much
into
work.
The interview process. So I said, we celebrating, girl. I'm like, she's like, what?
Right.
And I was like,
why?
Because
look at what you did.
You put the work into that shit. Hey, fuck them. But anyway, it's just I will celebrate and I will find a reason. Honey, I don't know what it is about me. I was not always that way. Let's be very clear. I think I kind of got that way after I lost a job and was super depressed. And didn't know it at the time. But was very just, I don't deserve to do anything. I have no job. I can't do this. I was very down on myself. And when I just had a conversation with I think it was me, Renique, Camille, and Brianna, and we all went to Sonoma Wine Garden. And it was the time where I really was down. And they took me out and they treated me and they told me, you're amazing. And they really put, it in my ear, kind of got my confidence up again. I was emotional that dinner too. And it just made me feel like learning how to detach from that. My greatest lesson in life after that was learning to detach my personal life from my career in whatever aspect, right? My personal career are two separate things. Like my career and my job and my position at work cannot be what makes me happy. It cannot feed my soul. And for some reason I felt like that getting that validation from higher ups and figures who saw me writing and publishing things and be like, yes, this is amazing. You're doing great work. Like, getting that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
And then whenever you lose it, you're like, shit. I ain't shit. Like, and then for learning how to detach my personal and who I am and what I do and what I want to do in life from a job that I may have at the time or even something that I'm making career moves about, detaching that was very important for me. And whenever I learned how to do it, it was up from there. And I just felt like I needed to celebrate everything that I did because granted, like, can't nobody bring me down to where I was whenever I was there, And there have been different things in my life that have happened, whether it be career, whether it be personal, that really did break my ass. But those breaks are what helped me realize I really have to celebrate who I am because not who I am, what I do, anything that I do, because I just need to. It makes things funner. Like, even if you fail at something, you'd be like, well, damn, at least I got out today.
Yeah.
I may not have done this, but I did do this. Okay. Like, like, cheers to that. Take a shot, buy myself a nice DoorDash. I ain't never. Okay. Celebrate.
Okay.
I shouldn't be DoorDashing, but I'm DoorDashing because, bitch, guess what just happened, honey? I did this today and I'm so proud of myself. Ooh, I didn't go get a smoothie. So let me go ahead and celebrate. And get some DoorDash. It don't make sense. Point is, I will celebrate myself quite a lot. But I think it's just because there were times where I wasn't doing it. And I think we even had a conversation about this early, like even in our podcast, like in our personal, being like, we don't really celebrate much of like what we do, like our podcast. And even like last week, whenever we finished our series, I brought some champagne. Like, hey, listen, turn up, we're celebrating.
You did.
They were like, for what? And I was like, because we finished our series. Like, that took work. Like, we had to communicate. But like, those are things like I'm now literally celebrating all I can because what's the point? Like, you have to. And it motivates you. It motivates you to do it too.
Yeah.
So
one life.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, oh my God,
we'll celebrate after this.
Right. I'm loving this conversation. So I kind of want to ask also, like, if we maybe have any examples of like a time that we reached a goal and we probably didn't necessarily feel how we thought that we would feel after it, like maybe feeling unsatisfied or, just not the feeling that we expected. Maybe you didn't acknowledge the accomplishment, or maybe you even felt a little disappointed afterward, just anything like that. If we have any examples of reaching a goal and maybe not feeling the way that we think we should feel when we accomplish them. I can go first on this one. So for me, I will say that like my biggest example for this is graduating from grad school. Honestly, like that's my big one. It was, I graduated in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of lockdown.
You couldn't even go to graduation, girl.
Couldn't even go to graduation. Like in the middle of a accelerated program. Like I was in an accelerated program. COVID happened literally like 2 months after my program started, 2-3 months after my program started. Like it was insane. And then I went through it. I finished it. I graduated, but when it was all over, I don't know. I kind of felt like I was just like moving through the motions. Like I really wasn't there like throughout my grad experience. Like I don't even know how I made it out of that place with the degree. Baby, I know I fought for it. I fought hard.
You
like,
did.
Please don't kick me out this program. Please. Like I'm just really struggling. Like it was really, really hard for me. And I just felt like I wasn't there at all. Like I wasn't really engaged. I wasn't really like grasping the material. And it was COVID. It was lockdown. I mean, you can't meet up with your professors. You can't talk to your classmates after class. Like, you know, all that was just like taken away and stripped from me. And it was just me in my room by myself with my laptop. And so I just like, just kind of fell down like a dark hole. And then when it was time for graduation, I mean, I just did what I thought you were supposed to do. Like, okay, now I'm supposed to throw a party, right?
Yeah.
Threw a party, and, you know, we had grad balloons and, you know, little caps and gowns, cute little like party things. And like the whole time that this party was going on, I'm just sitting there thinking like, why am I doing this? Why are we even here? Why are we even celebrating this? Like, this is really nothing to celebrate. You know, I just felt like I'm just here. Like, I guess I went to get my master's degree, and like, I guess I successfully completed my program, and I guess, yes, I am graduating. But I was just so totally removed from it all that when it came to an end, it just felt like so empty and just like really, 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 really shallow.
Yeah. And
I hated everything about it. I hated that I even went. I hated that I was graduating. I hated that I didn't have, you know, like a really good grasp of like all the materials that we covered in this accelerated ass program. I was mad that I had to do it through a pandemic, that I had to do it through a lockdown. Like, it just, everything that surrounds it is just like so negative for me. And
it was not a very nice time.
It was not. It was awful. It was awful. Hated it. And yeah, that's my big example of like, you know, this was supposed to be a really big achievement, and everybody was really, really, really happy for me. But I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like a ghost. Like it was like so surreal to me. Yeah, like I was just outside of my own body.
A time where I felt like maybe I didn't celebrate myself as much. I think whenever you're grinding really hard, it's really hard to celebrate yourself. Specifically at a time where I felt like I saw a lot of people doing things, and I felt like I wasn't doing much of anything. No, I was doing a lot. No, let me not say that. I wasn't doing I wasn't solely doing what I wanted to do, right? I think the time, those 2.5 years that I was working at Starbucks, and I also had another job on the side that really wasn't paying anything, but it was something that I would love to do. So it was like I was doing both things in tandem. It's pretty hard to celebrate my wins. Like, I got something published. Like, I was able to secure an outlet. Like, I was able to do things and gain experience and meet new people and gain connections. But I also wasn't able to celebrate because I had to go to work. Like, you know, like there were things that I just, during that time, I really don't think I had much time to breathe and actually think about what I was doing. I think about it now and be like, what the fuck? Like, that was wild. I was literally driving all the way across town to be somewhere 3-4 days out the week and like not get paid any money, but just do something that I love to do, and like driving around town, picking up magazines and going and bringing them back and doing clippings and like just a lot of stuff, that grunt work really, especially the music industry and music PR industry to be exact. Doing whatever I had to do to just get a connection and meet who I needed to meet and make the people who I was working for happy. And I did. And have a good connection with them to this day. But I feel like I didn't celebrate any of it because I just really didn't have the time nor opportunity, nor that I recognize I was doing anything. I just thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And now I look back like, damn, you were really working your ass off. You should have been celebrating. But also I've also learned, and that's so sad, but in the beginning of it all, I really learned, and everybody who's been in any kind of entertainment industry will learn that it's hard to celebrate whenever you constantly get put down about some shit. Like, you can celebrate one thing, but you got about 3 or 4 put downs coming for you. Like, you celebrating, and now one bitch is mad at you because you got something that they didn't get, and now they're trying to get you back. Like, it's a lot of tit for tat in the industry in general. So it's hard to celebrate it because you feel like someone's always coming to knock you down. So it's like, I don't want to get too high because honey knows, like, They might feel like I start to feel myself, and then I might not get as many opportunities, or they may talk to their friend who's also working at so-and-so, which means that if I want a job there, I need to be cool with them. And it's just a lot of the politics of the industry is very much like you can't really celebrate yourself until you're like an executive or like a director or something in that nature. In that nature. I mean, even then you have your moments, but it's hard. So, yeah, I think those were times where I felt like I should have been celebrating myself that I just didn't, because I partly didn't have the time to and couldn't focus on it. So, yeah.
I don't know. I guess mostly my birthday, and I mean, I don't feel like my job is anything to celebrate for me, but you guys know why. Yeah, mostly my birthday. I don't really celebrate my birthday because I'm always like, like I don't feel that I need to be doing too much, or I don't know what to do, or I always just feel all weird on my birthday because there's always something that happens, and I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of gave up. I just kind of gave up because I'm like, there's always fucking something all the time. I try to block it out, or even if I do, like, and even when I do, it's just like, nope, because remember last year, nope, because remember that one time, nope. So yeah, I think my biggest one would definitely be my birthday, celebrating my birthday. I don't do it, and if I do it, it's not on purpose, not really. I don't know. I'm trying to tell myself to do better at it, but I really don't fucking know what to do. So, yeah.
The last thing that I have here, we've talked all about goal setting, the little things that get you there, and celebrating yourself or not in the end of these things, of these goals. And so my next question is, how can we detach our expectations from our goal setting? Or do you even think that it is possible to detach a certain expectation, at least maybe on the way that that you're feeling, or the outcome that you think is going to come at the end of it?
I'll say because you're asking me how. Well, okay, ask one more time. Sorry.
Yeah. Just like, how do you think that you can detach your expectations or your feelings from your goal setting and how you're going to feel at the end of accomplishing said goal?
I think you just have to not have them. I think it's possible to have goals and not set an expectation for said goal. Like, if my goal is to, I don't know, if my goal is to one day make $1 million, right? I'm not going to be in my head like, $1 million. Whenever I reach my goal, I'm buying a Ferrari, I'm buying a house. I'm doing like, I'm not going to set an expectation for the amount of money. My goal is just to make $1 million. And if I make it, hell yeah. Like, like I'm going to do something. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to celebrate it, but I'm not going to set an expectation for whenever I make $1 million. That means I need to be buying my house. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. Like, I'm not going to set the expectation of what it means to make $1 million. I'm just going to be like, this is the goal.
Yeah.
Once we get there, we're going to figure it out. Because life will present you with a set of challenges before you even get there, honey. You never know where you might be in life, but you will not be in the same place that you were whenever you were not making $1 million. I can guarantee you that.
So true.
So I feel like you just have to really not have an expectation for said goal. Like, if your expectation for if your goal is, I want to be on TV one day, if you make it into an extra and you in the back at a Law and Order, honey, on a TV. Like, you may not have a leading role, but you can't set the expectation of, but whenever I'm on TV, I want to make sure I'm in a leading role. I'm doing this. But just keep it cute. Get your extra credit. Boom, I'm on the TV. I set my goal. What's the next one? Boom. Like, but don't have this expectation of, now that I'm a series regular, I'm an extra, that means that I can start doing this and this and that. No, like, kind of just feel out where you are in the moment. Because the moment you start setting expectations for somewhere where you're not at,
right,
it's kind of like talking into the wind. Because you're not there, so you don't know how you're going to feel. So why are you trying to premeditatively think about, well, I'm going to feel this way, so clearly I must be doing this, and this. And it's also really interesting whenever it comes to imposter syndrome and seeing other people And you see what they doing with the money that they make. They're very candid with you, like, oh, I make this much. And whenever I made this, I made sure I bought this new car. I did this. You know, everybody had it, so I had to have it. It's like, that's cute for you. And that may be their ministry and what they want to do. But that doesn't mean that you have to tie it to yourself.
Yeah.
You can simply just be like, I reached the same goal and did not do the same things you did, but I felt so much fuller whenever I did this. And, I think that getting rid of the imposter syndrome of being like, I see these people doing this, so I should be doing this. I see this happen, so I should be. No.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot set that. And I think it's so interesting because even with this podcast, I've had a bit of imposter syndrome. Like, being like, I've been doing this. We all been doing this for 5 years. Like, where is this? Where is that? But then after a while, I was like, do you see this?
Right.
Do you see this?
You know, we got lights, we got backdrops, new mics.
Like, we have no one telling us what to do, how to do it, when to be, and like, I mean, it's gone. If the evolution from year 1 to year 5, there's been an evolution.
Yeah, we didn't have this.
We didn't have any of what you see. And I feel like we didn't know how to really talk on the mics. We didn't know how to, like, we didn't know how to put things. We were just learning as we went.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. And now that we're at season 5 and we have these things, it's like you start to see your fruits coming in. Even with the whole entire TikTok thing. Like, I wasn't expecting us to get a TikTok, and then one of the first ones we put up went viral, which was random. But it's the thing where I didn't set the expectation.
Yeah.
So it felt so much more rewarding whenever it happened, because it wasn't like, okay, get on TikTok, go viral. It was like, I mean, and if y'all were really in those meetings that we were having about, which y'all weren't, but if y'all were really in those meetings about like what we were having about being on film and TikTok and all this, I mean, I think that people can, at least Nika and I can attest to the fact that this woman sitting to the left of us is really the mastermind behind everything that y'all have been seeing.
No, to be honest,
it's her. It's her pushing, and I mean, it's not her pushing, but it's her pushing us. Like, we need to do this. And sometimes it can be a little lax with friends, but friendship basically got in our asses ever so kindly. It wasn't rude, but I mean, when you trust the vision of the person, I mean, I trust these women with my life, like in everything that I do. I go to them for everything, whether it's advice, whether it's to talk shit, I go to them for everything. So it should be no question that even if I may not understand it, even if I may not get it, I know she got me.
Yeah.
So it just, damn, that was good.
That was good. Ooh, we might just end it.
Okay. Point is, trust the people who are next to you. Trust yourself first, and trust the folks who are next to you even more and even harder, and you will get to where you need to be.
Amen.
Boom.
Hallelujah.
I love that.
Wow.
What about you, Nika?
What am I supposed to say after that?
You better say something, girl.
Can't believe you fixed your mouth to ask me that question. No. How dare you? He done shat on me. I don't know.
I didn't.
Okay. Separating it. Shit, girl. Am I doing it? I don't think so. Okay, I got some.
Nika said, I got my expectations.
I got some words. I don't know. I know for sure I deal with imposter syndrome a lot. I feel like I'm constantly comparing myself to other people and trying to see, oh my God, like, you should be there, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, or this, that, and the third, which is another reason why I think my birthday becomes so overwhelming for me, because I'm like, well, shit, that bitch got a crown and she's in a helicopter and...
Look at me. On the block.
With a sparkler in my hand.
Oh my God.
Clearly I can be doing better.
God damn. Like, that bitch got fireworks on the yacht. Yeah, I think the
I'm sorry, it was that bitch got fireworks on the yacht, and my first thought is, and I got pinwheels.
Oh my, not pinwheels.
Blowing in the wind.
Whoa.
I think the constant intake of social media really fries the brain when it comes to you looking at your life, you looking at other people's lives that are not even their lives half the time, but you forget that because the mirage is so It's
beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and it's up, and you're not even thinking about the fact that their life isn't even their fucking life, and you fucking forget that shit. And that's when the doubt sets in. That's when that devil is on your shoulder, like, yeah, bitch, sit down. And that's when you just start asking yourself questions like, why didn't I do this, or shouldn't I be doing this, and stuff like that. So I feel like leaning into what you have within yourself and what you have within your community will really help you to be like, okay, like this is me over here. Like all of that shit online is not even, it's not even real. Like, let's start there. Let's start with the fact that it's not real. Once you get that into your head and keep it there, do not forget it. You can probably be like, okay, that's not real. They gonna do what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna do this over here with my homies over here, and I'm gonna let that rock. I'm gonna let that ride. But don't take in all of that fake social media bullshit, because it's not even their real life. Like, they make that shit up. They make that shit up so that they can make it look real, so that you can feel how you're feeling when you're looking at it, and you're just like, wow, like I want to do that. Or, like, that's their whole point. Their whole point is for you to want to do that. Yeah. So I feel like if you go into something as if it were like a blind date, or if it were like an escape room that you ain't never fucking been to, and if you go in like that, just blindly going in it, and I'm not saying you have to completely trust anything, just trust yourself. You don't have to trust everything about the situation or whatever, but just trust yourself and trust your decision making and trust the choices that you are going to make, and just be like, okay, I'm gonna go into this with no expectations, and I'm gonna just go, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna just let it rock. And you'll be surprised at how good you feel, like, just going in, going gung ho, and just fucking doing that shit. Because I don't know, I feel like there's when I'm thinking about it now, like thinking to the past of things that I've just jumped into, like the shit that I've jumped into and with no expectations from anyone or anything, like I've had the most fucking fun, because I wasn't thinking about, fuck, what if this happens, what if that happens, because overthinking comes into play too when you're thinking about these things. So yeah, definitely just dive in. Like they say, just dive in, jump. If you fall, just get back up. It might be fun if you fall.
Oh, get back up again.
Yeah, you fall, get back up. It might be fun. Maybe it's fun going down. It'll be fun getting back up. Maybe you hurt yourself or something, but hey, you went in with no expectations. You didn't expect shit, so at least you didn't set yourself up for failure before you even fucking tried.
Now look at you. Now look at you on your ass. But you can laugh about it.
Yeah, but you're glad about it because you didn't expect this shit. You know, surprise. Surprise.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel like that could be a good way to think about it. Think of it as like, just think of everything as something brand new. Like, just go into like a toddler mindset where everything is shiny and new, and you want to touch everything. Maybe not everything, COVID, but you're just like in amazement full of everything. Like, I feel like going into something with like a childlike mindset has really helped me with certain things. I'm just like, okay, whoa, like, oh my God, like, oh, this is just amazing. I'm still working on certain things, but I feel like that's a good way to go about it. Just go into it blindly and just be like, okay, I am a 4-year-old and I don't know what the fuck is about to happen, but I'm about to be wowed. Right?
Yeah. Going into it all with a childlike mindset really helps, because then you go in with amazement.
Yeah,
like,
everything. Because children find everything amazing, from a sponge to a cloud that looks like a unicorn. Like, everything is amazing. They're just like a sparkler, bitch. If I was 3 years old and I saw a sparkler, I'd be like, oh my God. But of course, now I know what a sparkler is, and I'm just like, oh, it's a sparkler. Fun. But you know, when you're 3, you're just like, oh my God, what is that light, Mom? Like, what? Yeah. I feel like that's a good way to go about it. Just be like, everything's brand new and shiny and wow.
I would say how to detach. I mean, I kind of agree. I agree with both of y'all. I feel like the way to detach is to, stay off social media, because, you know, comparison is truly the thief of joy.
Yes.
And sometimes comparison comes in and you don't even know you're like actually actively doing it. You could just be passively comparing your life to other folks on social media, or maybe even in real life and real proximity to you. But just try to not take what you think is happening in their lives or how it is being projected to you. Like, maybe that's really not the full truth, or maybe it is the full truth, but just know that someone else's truth is not going to be yours. So you're going to experience things differently. You're going to reach your goal a little bit differently at a different time than other people, and you won't always get the same result as someone else. Really take the time to just like celebrate yourself along the way so that you can feel good while you're accomplishing your goals, instead of just doing the grind, and then all of a sudden at the end try to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Because that might be a little overwhelming, or it might be something that you might want to just like kind of pass over. Because you were just focused on like the end goal, and now you reached it, and so now you might be like, okay, now on to the next. Instead of taking the approach of like, let me celebrate myself along the way, so I never forget to say thank you and to give thanks to myself and to my work, and, you know, pat myself on the back along the way, rather than just all the way at the end. Now I'm going to try to do it all the way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that can really help you, detach yourself from this feeling that you think you're supposed to have, or this outcome that you think you're supposed to have at the end. You can just take it day by day, step by step, celebrate yourself, and keep on moving on until you reach your goal. That's what I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it together.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Look at our soft voice. It's now beautiful.
Beautiful,
Right.
beautiful. Yes.
I love this conversation. This was
Me
so
too.
good.
Thank you, Frenchie.
Love it.
Do you feel your soul has been fed?
My soul is fed. But thank y'all so much for listening and watching. Thank y'all to everyone who came out and listened to our live show last week on AMP. That was so fun, talking about Love is Blind with all y'all and all the other crazy stuff we talked about. We talked about Beast on some kind of road that we're not going to in Wisconsin.
On Bray Bridge.
Baby, you won't catch us out there. But yeah, we had so much fun talking to y'all. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, AMP, right? At TBU Podcast. Send us an email at theblackUmbrellaPC@gmail.com. Let us know, how do you detach yourself from your expectations and your goals? How do you even set your goals? And how do you feel when you complete your goals? I want to know it all. I want to read it all. We would love
me everything.
to read them. And we love y'all so much. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Happy TBU Thursday.
Happy TBU Thursday, y'all.
We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.